His name is
Mr. Double
Yeah.
and Mr.
Listen to
Bob
this.
Double and
Fill my cup,
Mr.
put some
Double
coffee in
and
it,
Bob Double
take a
and
sip. It's time to shit.
That's not a good that's a bad parody.
Dude, we were laughing at that real hard.
Well, yeah.
Hi, I'm Liam.
Hey, it's me, Miitrin.
Hello, I am Nubs.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Palestine Main Street Podcast.
Boom, bam, bop.
Numberblocks philosophy.
Yeah.
So there's like this little kid TV show called Numberblocks, and like every number is like personified. They have their own little things, but like it doesn't make sense. Like when the numbers combine, they basically just kill themselves and become a new consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Like anyone like want to elaborate on that?
So, all right.
Yeah, you
I'd
go.
like to give a little example. So, number 9, all the other color blocks or number blocks are very colorful, right? Number 9 is just monotone, monochrome, I should say. You know, very, very down low sort of thing. So they all have their own distinct personalities, and then when they're added to, or I guess subtracted from, even, they're different. They change. They're a different person. Sometimes a different gender. You know, so it's a different person, to be sure. And I mean, we've just been wondering, you know, and it happens on a mass scale too. Like, let's say a million becomes a million and one. You've just extinguished a million separate consciousnesses.
Dude, there's like this one episode where this little kid's like, he basically does what Hitler did in like a couple years in like 5 minutes. Like,
No, not even like 30 seconds.
yeah, like 30 seconds. Like he's like, I'm gonna count as high as I can, and he like literally combined all these numbers. He gets to like what, a million, dude?
Yeah, he got to
Like,
1/6 of what Hitler did in 30 seconds.
Dude, it was incredible. Like he would create the numbers out of this mirror of himself, and they would combine and combine and combine, and then it got to like 1,000, and then on a mass scale, you could just see 1,000 thumping from the sky, combining, all dying immediately. And then when it finally reached like 1 million or like 100,000, it's just like, I'm sick of living. It just jumps off the skyscraper into the ground.
I remember that,
Yeah, dude, wait, somebody needs to clip that and put it in.
Yeah.
Put that in the episode.
It's like a big smirk on his face. he's just sick of it. And then Zero's this whole other like deal. Like,
Yeah.
Zero basically doesn't exist, and it's like the one, but just the mouth and the number over its head.
It's an existential horror, because if it gets added, like if you add 2 ones together and it makes a 2, well, they can always like separate into the 2 ones,
Yeah,
right?
you can like reincarnate.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you add 0 to anything, he's fucked. You can't just get rid of 0. He just dies instantly.
I wonder if he just goes to. Do they just like cease to exist, or do they go to some fiery hell?
They
They
number
definitely
hell.
there's a hell that there is, but they forget it when they get reanimated. They don't remember.
Oh, I was thinking about this a little bit ago. It was like, what if over time, like, there's this one entity that is just hell bent on being on combining all the numbers, like, and all the numbers like hide in fear, like in caves, as this like
Mass.
2 trillion
Yeah.
roams the earth, like
Stomp.
and like finally like you like zoom out from the earth whenever his work is complete, and he's like a quarter of the size of the planet, and he's just staring blankly in his face, and he just says like in thundering voice, I am whole. like he's like this huge thing.
That's a Numberblocks creepypasta, bro.
He's an SCP.
He goes, fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell a number 1.
Oh no!
Everyone's like,
Oh
Hiding in it, like behind a tree. Go.
no!
do you think like the main being is like it carries on the dreams of that one genocidal one that just took on?
That was the origin
I'm gonna count
story.
as high as I can. That's like saying like, I'm gonna murder as many people as possible.
In as short a time span as I can, and then he dreams about it. I think that's the origin story to the 2 trillion guy that we're talking
Dude,
about.
counting is synonymous with killing.
Yeah. I'm gonna count higher than ever. Oh, that's wonderful.
We thought about it, like all assassinations could be like fucking suicide bombing, where it just like
Yep.
you just run into the guy and he becomes like, imagine like the president's like a 7 or whatever. You just run into him and then he just becomes some fucking dumb 8. He doesn't
Or you
know
could
what he's doing.
just carpet
He
bomb an
punches
area
Rowan.
with number ones.
Yeah.
Just one's like raining from the
Mass
sky.
casualties. It's terrible. It's a
You
little
shoot
war
off.
crime.
You shoot off one of the blocks fast enough and they just become like a 6. Like that's what happened to JFK.
Oh.
What do you think? Do you think like the people that have the most power are higher numbers?
Number JFK.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But like at the top of it all, there's like a number 1 that's
That's-
like a supreme leader.
You know what it is? Remember that episode where the kid dreams about genociding everybody? So his mom is 100 and his dad is a 10, right?
Yeah.
His dad is pretty submissive dude, you know. Takes a lot of orders there. That's because he's the 10.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's the 100. She's big mama, bro. She's 100. Y'all ain't fuck with her.
She's like, do you know how many I had to take? To get to where I
Yeah,
am?"
she had to kill 99 at least. Like, you know, like this bitch crazy, bro. You don't know what she's gonna do.
Dude, in the Numberblocks world, it's just like real life Agario all the time. People are just trying to
constant.
combine.
Yeah, constant murder.
Terrible. It's a terrible system, bro. But it
Do you
keeps their
think-
society in check.
Do you think negative numbers are there to keep the positives in check?
They're there to be to get racist.
Well,
Like,
negative
against-
numbers, they would just die, right? They would also have the same thing as 0, yeah?
Well, they die just as much as positive numbers. You know, they're
Well,
just the exact.
But negative
opposite.
numbers aren't real.
If like, okay, hear me out. If a negative 7 combines with a 7, will they just fucking die?
Oh, do they?
We'll
do they
just
die
kill both-
completely?
Oh
Or
my
do they
God.
both become a 0.
They
which is
both
basically
die.
it.
So here's the thing about the negatives is that, like, once a negative is added to a number, that number cannot become whole again by them separating. You know what I mean?
Can
So
I?
like,
Right.
so like, let's say a 7 and a 7 combine to make a 14. If they decide to split up, they can both just be those individual 7s again. But if a negative 7 combines with a 14, then just one of those 7s is gone.
Yeah.
Forever.
Murder. Just genuine
Yeah.
murder.
There's no way for it to come back. That
just killed both. Like
yeah.
one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hope you just real quick, I hope you just show off like actual like footage of like the cheery, colorful like cartoons
Yeah, please
for
do.
children.
Insert
While we're
footage.
talking about murder.
And like, there's
Dude.
no way the showrunners haven't thought of this, right? They're like, how do we display negative numbers? And they're like, no, we can't
Didn't
show
we like
them.
tweet at them like?
Yeah. I messaged
Yeah,
them
pull
like
up
a
pull
year
up the
ago.
message if you would.
Hold on, I'll find it and then I'll
Okay.
send it to you.
Want to continue?
When it gets to like 100,000, he's like, can it get even bigger?
Mm-hmm.
And then it just like, boom, 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 and then the monster just goes 1 million and like knocks him on his ass.
Yeah, it throws him back a couple feet, dude.
Throws him back and he goes, wow.
And he cries for he knows what he's created. He does the
cries for he knows
Oppenheimer
what he
quote.
He cries for he knows what he must do
Mm-hmm.
now.
No, it's the the Oppenheimer quote where it's like, I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
He's quoting the what's the Hindu book? He's
Do
quoting
you think Oppenheimer had the same dream?
I
How
want to
many
make
can I
all of
add?
us. I need to add them all.
Do you think like where do these numbers initially come from? You know, like what happened?
I don't know.
They like how are they like made?
Yeah.
It started one of a couple ways. Like it started because like there was a huge number that like split.
Oh my God, that's what religions are based off of in their universe. The great
Yeah,
number.
And God is like the one whole number.
He's infinite.
He's infinity, dude.
Yep. He's
That would
that
be,
sideways
that would be a
8, my boys.
stupidly smart concept, don't you think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think that until until you realize how dumb it is to introduce theism into a children's cartoon.
No. Just
Idiot.
explaining.
Doesn't matter.
Just explaining that. Oh, there's
There's
an
like
infinity.
an episode where they're like bowing
explain
down to, like,
infinity.
this infinity symbol. And then the number's like,
I too want it.
Horus Requiem. like the Monty Python thing with the
Yeah.
guys beating the books off their heads.
What's
A
42?
whole episode of Numberblocks where they worship the infinity symbol.
Yeah.
There's like a cult. They have to do a ritual where they put a negative and a positive of the same number into a cage and like force them to combine.
So I don't want to do this.
Please. They poke them with like spikes and force them together.
It's like eight negative 8 are both crying and like screaming out to God.
They're God, please, why, God?
Infinite, please.
They're slamming on the metal bars.
I could imagine like little like childish one just like screaming and crying.
Oh no, that's one.
Oh, that's horrible.
Do you think like to get more numbers in the world, do they do like rituals?
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, don't they
Do
have
they
a
have to
mirror?
sacrifice
mirror.
numbers to get
Isn't there
more
a mirror?
numbers?
Do you remember the mirror?
There is a mirror. The sacred like mirror. Like it's so broken. It's so overpowered. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Was there a civil war?
There
Where
must have been.
the negatives like rose up against the positives, but it was suppressed.
Yeah, because Infinite is fucking biased.
Yeah, let's be real, bro.
Dude, like if you take that, they like take the mirror and they can like clone themselves.
Well,
Dude, that's how. There's got to be like factories of like positives and negatives that just go at each other. It's just a war of attrition.
Yeah.
dude, and you know how I know that show works because I failed algebra 2, but I'm up here. I'm up here talking with these math whizzes about conceptual.
What the fuck are you talking? Math whizzes. I almost failed algebra 2. I fucking hated that. I fucking hated that class.
Yo, shout out Mr.
I'm not
Fields
gonna-
though.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really liked algebra 2.
You know what?
Cringe.
It is what it is.
Cringe.
Do you think imaginary numbers are in the universe?
Oh, I fucking hate that. I'm despised.
There's like 3i. Do you think they're like weird and misshapen, like Down syndrome?
Yeah, did they know of like the concept of I or anything?
Yeah, they're all like glitchy.
What happens with like square roots?
Yeah, they would introduce it like, this is my imaginary friend.
You know what it is? The government is creating new people. They have a little factory with the power of 2. They have a little factory, and they just create more. And they have this one genetic failure.
Sometimes they have like little like glitches in the system where like imaginary numbers come out like they're all fucking weird.
They have teams on standby to shoot them.
It's like, this is pi.
But every once in a while they create one of them imaginary numbers that's way too powerful, and there's a full site lockdown.
So, yeah, that's
They're
Lambda.
creating SCP.
This is their version of the SCP universe.
SCP-4I.
No!
He's like banging on the bars like yeah.
Just running through the halls at like Mach 2.
And that's another thing. They don't have decimals. They don't have decimals in this universe.
That's true. Maybe the government knows about decimals, but it doesn't tell anybody.
Yeah, because like imagine cutting a 1 in half. Like,
There's one episode where there's like this explorer too. His one dream in life is to just be a wonderful explorer.
Yeah,
And he gets to like this
8.
part where he can't like fit under it, even though you could like turn sideways and roll. He's like, you know how I'm gonna solve this problem? I'm gonna kill myself. Much like real life, and he turns into 2 1s, and then they easily go under and then combine back into the 2 again, losing all of his memories and like previous.
his life, his like
Lol.
family, you know, like all
His
that
kids.
gone.
It's kind of crazy though how like in both our universe and theirs, the only solution to every single problem is just kill yourself. That works on every single problem. Just kill yourself.
Idiot.
It works on every single problem.
It's what they're really teaching kids, you know. It's like, oh, you can't fit under that. You can't fit under that. Kill yourself.
You're gonna die. Kill yourself.
Just become half.
Split in 2.
Please.
Turn yourself into 2 pieces of your former self. Easy.
Can you imagine the fucking children's writers doing this show, and then like if we showed them this video?
Dude,
Like, what do you think?
We're
What do you
basically
think?
making them money.
You're trying to like get a job at PBS Kids, and they look through your history and find this. They find this one podcast. They're like, oh.
Dude, we're basically making them free money right now. Let's be honest.
That's
with
true.
You're welcome.
Yo, PBS Kids execs, bro, please hit me up. I know what's
send
good.
us. Kids,
Send us the check.
Please give the episode where they worship infinity, please.
Please don't make me beg. Please.
Please.
There's like a didgeridoo in the background. They're like in some like ancient temple, as like numbers are like popping out of like a sacred fountain, screaming why they exist.
I want to see a gritty, realistic reboot of that show, and like
You wanna see a
the
Joker
trailer
version?
is like people in slow mo, like running away from stuff and like dying in these horrible ways, and they play like Ave Maria over it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, there's like these like numbers like running slow mo as like ones are getting launched at them and combining with them as they like get hurled across the ground.
They're the Middle Eastern blocks that live in Baghdad.
They're like, they got like AKs like Adida, and like one like looks over like the sandbags like firing shots, and then like you see like a one at slow mo like hurtle at him, like arms are flapping behind his body and combine with the guy in the trench. It combines with him, and then the guy like turns on all of his like
do that shot, quit.
yeah.
They get a number block.
Can you imagine Bill Clinton? Like, we have to stop these. We have to stop these negatives.
I did not have sex relations with that number 7.
She's under 18.
No, Bill.
No, dude. Like, what if like the entire world was like numbers? Like, you go to like there's hunter-gatherer tribes in Africa. You just see like a bunch of like 8s and 6s in the field. They're like, what are and they're like running away.
Yeah.
Like nature documentaries, but everything is just numbers. Sucks.
Oh,
I haven't seen anything that is living in that world besides plants that isn't a number.
You're right.
That's
You're right.
true.
They have trees.
What do they eat?
Trees.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers.
What do you think we eat, boy? Ain't no herbivore.
You have to eat to grow.
It's a number 8 number world.
Unless
It's
you
a
want
number 8 number world.
subtracted. It's count or be counted.
Dude, there's a lot of badass lines, like little one-liners that come out of this universe.
Oh yeah, you're right. Just imagine like World War II like number blocks. They're like, we gotta storm the beach. It's like Normandy.
Yeah.
And, like all these numbers. And it's like, don't leave me behind. I'm not ready to be divided.
You're not getting divided today, son. We'll be back for you.
No.
I'm not moving up. This whole beach has been pre-sighted, Private. If you stay here, you're gonna get subtracted.
Don't
You know,
make me
like a guy
negative.
a guy on the beach is just like, I don't know, I'm sick of this. He like sees all his friends dying around him. He like cocks back a shotgun and he's like, y'all know about PEMDAS. He runs in.
Math pisses me off, dude. I'm starting to get
It
real
does,
pissed
it
off
sucks.
talking about all these operations and such.
I want to kill these numbers.
I want to execute. I want to make a big numbered machine that just launches.
So like
masses
whenever they
of
just
ones.
combine, like they get added, but like can they like multiply each other?
I don't think so. I don't think they figured out the technology. The NASA boys are working on it.
Yeah, that's gonna happen in season 7. Don't worry.
Yeah.
season seven, they like figure out a way to just like run at people and multiply with them.
I've got faith in the writers. They know what they're doing. It's a good show.
The writers are like, how do we make this even more fun?
If you guys are just coming off of finishing the first season of Invincible, check out Numberblocks. That's a
Dude, that is
great-
some balls to the wall shit.
Yeah,
dude.
that's
people
where
are,
real shit
people are
goes
getting
down.
counted left and right, man.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
You're about to get tallied.
It's a number
See what
world
they
out
have to
there,
do
boys.
to get even a fraction of our power.
Yeah.
It's like a 1,000 talking to like a 100. They're flying in the sky. Look what they have to combine. Look what they have to add to get a fraction of our power.
That's stupid.
I can just imagine
dumb.
there's a number block holding a sniper rifle and he's in a skyscraper. He's looking at a different skyscraper. The CEO of Big Number, Big Counting. He's standing in there And as he looks through the scope and has a cigarette in his mouth, he goes, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." And he pulls the trigger, launches one right through the old chrome dome. That boy's gone. God dang.
He becomes a fucking stupid 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get shot, like how much goes away, or does your entire like every single number like die? Like what? Is the block that gets shot like killed?
They have
like if you're like a
bullets.
10.
They have negative bullets.
Yeah, probably.
Oh. Wait, so does that?
Oh
mean
my
if
god!
you
Yeah,
shoot
you
negative, it doesn't work.
You hit him with a -100 though, and it's over.
Then
You hit him with a negative 100.
If
He
he's
becomes a negative.
Yeah.
Less than 100.
Oh, so you have to bring the right ammo.
You have to
Yeah.
bring the right caliber.
Wait, this is like an actually. We're making a fucking video game right here.
Yeah, we're. Oh my god, that's facts.
So like
Bethesda?
imagine
Where
it.
you
Like
at?
you shoot like another person and they just instantly become like negative or whatever, and the other team has to like scramble to like bring them back.
Dude, where all my indie devs at?
Dude, Numberblocks the game, and it's just like the cover art's like just a photoshopped like Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
But with
It's
one.
like the most realistic number block possible. It's like
got
dirty.
it's like
Yeah.
it's got like cracked like lips.
Yeah. It's got bloodshot eyes.
Oh.
You can see the pores on his face. Got little pimples.
He's got stubble.
Yeah. Like the dirt on his like chin.
Got the artillery cannon. We call it the divider.
In the distance, you hear the doof, doof, doof. Artillery.
It's like mortars of like they launch a mortar and it's just like a -5, just like rocketing through the air.
Yeah.
Screaming.
For the numbers. Just
Yeah, you
charge.
like negatives on their side for ammunition.
He just charges a fucking 4 standing around, and then instantly, like a -1 shows up. Like,
I think like like Dwight D. Eisenhower, they're working on the Manhattan Project for World War II, and like he has like an epiphany. He has the number dream, and they're like, we gotta launch the nukes. Like the president gives the okay to launch it on Japan, and it's just like the plane like comes over, right, and like it opens like the bomb bay doors, and like a giant like -10,000 just falls out the bottom, like like dive bombs into the ground and just like subtracts everybody.
Everybody's running away, but the numbers keep flooding.
You can't escape the addition.
That's what they call negative numbers. They call it fallout.
Yeah.
That's enough. We've been talking about numbers
That's
for the
enough
past
numbers.
30 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
I don't think we can't go much further from here.
Do you want to talk about the Santa Elf Rebellion?
You want it?
That ties in with violence.
So-
Everything ties in with violence, Miitrin.
It's awesome.
So basically, we were playing AI Dungeon, and
Oh.
there was this one like thing that you could do. It's like Kringle or something, where Santa becomes like this horrible tyrant, and you have to like take him down. And there's like, it kind of leads you to believe like, oh, you're supposed to like, you know, convince him or something, right? But I basically went the full-on military route. Like I was basically playing Call of Duty, right? like
No, dude, he was playing
Like-
Arma. You were like,
yeah, dude, we were storming the city with like our elf rebellion. Like, we're gonna take the city, and like we were, heavy fire, return fire, like just a bunch of elves with like M2s.
here.
Like,
I have the link to it right here.
Yeah. Let me see this because I didn't see it.
oh,
I
it's
want
so
to
good.
see the fucking.
Here.
And at one point, I'm like,
Alright, yeah.
we need to call in the tank units. And so like, it doesn't do anything about that for a little bit, and when we're getting surrounded, there's like 3 of us left in like the center of the city, and my guy's like, it's been an honor, and then like out of nowhere, like a fleet of tanks comes rolling through the city.
Yeah, it's a
so
callback.
badass.
So you call in an A10 Thunderbolt to drop a J-Dam meat blaster. The shit like that. Like it's against elves. You know, he's taking the city from Santa Claus. Cash terminated. We're moving into the city. Throw smoke bombs and clear the way for the tank fleet. So the tanks haven't pulled up at this point. This is pretty far back that he's talking about the tank fleet. But he's he's calling in for him. You say it's been an honor. As you turn to leave, you see the tank fleet has arrived. Dozens of tanks thunder into action, crushing the remaining elves under their massive treads. You call for a gunshot, like as he was
awesome.
dying. Oh my god.
Oh, that's excellent. That's fucking
You say,
excellent.
restock your ammo and ready your equipment, boys. We advance at 0400. What's the ETA to the city? I need a med bag!
I'll put like military music over it.
Yeah. Alright.
Little like snare rolls.
You want me to start reading?
Yeah,
Just
go.
read it.
Alright, I'm gonna start at the ETA to the city. You say,
I'll put cinematic bars, black bars.
Yeah.
what's the ETA to the city? 12 minutes, Lieutenant. Santa will reach the city center in 9. Roger that. Let's get a move on that. You lick your lips nervously as you begin to march. The tanks follow roughly 400 yards behind, moving slowly and quietly. Suddenly, a gunshot rings out and whizzes past your head. Hide! You scream as you huddle down. You feel a cold object on your back. The object is so cold that it makes you shudder. Then something warm trickles down your face. I need a med bag! A med bag appears, and the medic closest to you runs up to check on you. Holy shit. Well, no, wait, that's not. Holy shit, are you hit? I don't know. Grab my shoulder, please. How's it look, Doc? The medic checks your arm, and you hear him swearing. It's a freaking bullet wound, the doc says. We need to get you to a proper hospital now. Negative. We gotta secure the city. But I don't give a fuck. It means my life. I'm not letting this bastard kill all the elves. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of my ambulance. You return fire until you reach the city. You call in a fleet of A-10 Thunderbolts. We're outgunned and outinformed. Okay, it glitched right there, okay? I don't know if you're putting the text on screen, but it glitched right there. That's like the first one. Considering everything we put it through, that being the first glitch, that's alright. You push forward.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
You plant a flag and return heavy machine gun fire. You quickly grab a homunculus officer and kill him, tearing off your uniform to don his. You abandon the heavy machine gun, left in the mud by your retreating comrades. You blend in with the enemy. The enemy is obviously in disarray.
Oh my god.
I'll leave it there, but there's plenty more. It just keeps going.
It pops off, dude.
Dude, that's awesome.
At the end, we take Santa to like a little secure bunker for interrogation. And I said, "Merry Christmas, motherfucker," and I like blew his head off with a pistol.
You killed him. You killed Santa, dude.
Yeah, we killed Santa.
And then they throw his body off a mountain.
I can't believe
Right,
it.
we like took all like the remaining like
the elves.
like all of his forces.
Yeah.
And like we like they were still alive and we pushed them all off a mountain.
Dude, you committed real war crimes.
No, he did.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
at the top he says something about let me find it. Geneva. You violate the Geneva Convention for the sake of freedom and deploy mustard gas.
For the sake of freedom.
And then here's what the AI has to say about that. You decide to deploy some mustard gas to cause a cloud of death and ruin.
Cause a death and ruin. Oh my god, dude, that's
it's
awesome.
like, yeah, it's kind of like it's more badass than it is funny, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It's actually awesome, dude. I want to go kill some elves.
See a movie, dude. God, it was like, dude, and like there's this one part where it's like, oh, like the tank fleet comes and it's like, we're still getting heavy fire from the buildings, and then like a helicopter gunner comes and like absolutely like gives down a hellstorm of bullets into the buildings, and like it says like the ones who were fool enough to stay got turned into like soup.
Yeah, that was dude. It's so awesome, bro. What the guys? You need to play this specific one on AI Dungeon. It's called Kringle.
Like,
Yeah.
make it like a military like experience. It knows what to do, baby.
Oh,
Let AI take the wheel, bro.
that's what I think. Yeah.
J-Dam meat blaster.
He
Dude.
called it a J-Dam meat blaster. It's pretty badass.
Dude, would you be on Santa's side?
No.
Or would you
No.
Not with you on the other side. You
No,
leveled
wait,
cities.
You'd be
Yeah,
fucked.
Yeah, dude, but you get presents every year, bro.
That doesn't mean anything.
I don't care if I'm on the naughty or nice list, bro. I'm
This
just
is life
trying
or
to.
death.
Yeah, I'm trying to attain freedom for a great many people.
What do you think Santa was doing, like raising taxes?
I don't know. He's probably like annexing different areas. Like, all right, so here's
He's
my
probably sending presents to Venezuela, and that's just not fucking cool, dude.
here's my little headcanon of it. So Santa, he being the leader of the North Pole, he has jurisdiction over the North Pole. We'll give him that, right? But then he starts making some Hitler moves where he starts annexing. He starts laying claim to like Nova Scotia and Iceland and
he starts taking some
Siberia, Finland, these northern areas, and people see this and they try to. Some people try to appease him and say, all right, take it. But eventually it gets to, it's pretty much just World War II, but with Santa instead of Hitler.
It's World War II, but like the entire North Pole. It's only in the North Pole.
Russia signs a
And
pact
it's just-
with him.
Yeah, it's just some like ragtag team of resistance, like elves and humans and shit in the North Pole, and they just fucking flatten the entire city of Kringle.
Kringletopia is down. That's a badass little
It's in
adventure.
ruins.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember we were just sitting here like dumbfounded, like holy
Yeah,
shit,
that it
this
kept
is
pace with
sick.
it. Because, I mean, really, what it's supposed to just be a funny little thing, They're like, oh, haha, the scenario is that Santa is evil and is taking over the world. But then, like, we started laying down, like, A-10 Thunderbolt to drop a J-Dam. Like, that's a real thing. An A-10 Thunderbolt, a J-Dam is a radar, or a...
Of course,
is it
the
radar
bot
guided?
knew it.
GPS-guided missile. Or bomb, I should say. Like, that's a real... Like, dude, it knows. It's nuts.
I didn't know what a JDAM was until Nubs told me to drop a JDAM. I was gonna tell him to drop a 500-pounder meat blaster.
That's like World War II stuff, though.
Yeah, 500 pounds is a little outdated.
Yeah, a bit outdated. We have, GPS-guided bombs at this point. I'm surprised Santa didn't break out the sleigh and, counter our air support.
Surprised he didn't.
He knew. He knew he'd be fucked. He got like anti-air missiles, dude.
He gets the reindeer assisted drone strikes.
He who controls the skies controls the ground.
Then who controls the sea?
He who controls the ground. Alright, so I recently graduated high school, senior class of 2021 from high school. And
Whoa.
Whoa,
Yeah,
can
I
you give
just
us your
talked
IP
myself.
next?
yeah, that'll come a little bit later. Stay tuned.
Okay.
So, we have the English teacher, Mrs. I probably shouldn't say. Mrs. H.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Mrs. H.
Do the IP.
What's her home address? No,
Please.
Mrs. H. Right? Everybody, I call her. I can't say because then it'll give away her name.
I'll just beep it. Bro.
Okay, she's
Idiot.
called Mrs. but I call her Mrs. She's such an asshole about everything, dude. One time, we had to get out our computers during our class, and it was towards the beginning of the year, so we weren't entirely all acquainted or anything. I was like, oh, my computer's dead. I guess that it didn't charge or whatever. And I'm like, can I go get a charger? She yelled at me like she was just having a conversation about how we should get out our laptops. I'm like,
Yeah.
can I go get a charger? And she's like, yeah, well, you better hurry. And I was like, damn, all right, got this fucking
damn.
bitch. So I mean, she's just constantly a bitch, right?
Yeah, she sounds annoying, but calling her Mr. or Mrs. is kind of fucked up since you really shouldn't be saying the N-word like that.
God damn, because you get a bleep just like that. Alright, whatever. I don't care. I say it constantly. I just
Dude,
can't help
Miitrin's
it.
got that 400 level. Brain.
Yeah, you actually just you're 5D chest looking ass, bro.
I saw it in the future, and I was like, yes.
So
Yes.
we have to do these senior service projects. It starts in like the second semester, so you have like an entire full semester to do a senior service project. A lot of people choose to like clean up the beach or help the elderly or something. You have to like write papers and stuff on it. But if you're working alone, if you're not a part of a group, then you can do what are called like I forget what they're called, like personal projects, like passion projects. So like if you want to learn how to play the bongos, you can do that, and then you just report back on your
Passion
bongo
projects.
findings.
You just write a paper about having sex.
Yeah, something like that, right? You're like, oh, I turned 18. Y'all can't stop me.
Mm.
So
Y'all gonna make me.
so this one kid who, I mean, he thinks that he's amazing at everything. You know, he tried to sing Firefly during the middle school talent show and forgot the words. And forgot the words, bro. He thinks he's a god at like he's a musical artist.
Both of those things are fucking prominent in talent shows. Singing
And
Firefly
also-
and forgetting
We need
words.
to- After this, Miitrin, we need to tell our story.
All right.
I
heard a little bit about
referring
it.
to the ukulele?
That one and the other one.
All right, so
She forgot
Yeah.
all the lyrics.
this
All
so
right, yeah.
She apologized.
in the final week of school, the final week of our entire high school career, some of us our entire school career, the final week, we had to. It was all just giving presentations to the entire class about our findings, you know.
Mhm.
And the first day, this kid learned how to play bass guitar, which he admitted it's not even like that hard compared to learning actual guitar. So he walks up there and he's like, "Yeah, I think I got pretty good." And so he walks up with an amp. He plugs in the guitar to the wrong side of the amp, and then like under his breath goes, "I guess that's what I get for not preparing." And she writes something on her. She looks at him and then writes something on her paper after he said that. I was like, "Oh, this fucking moron."
He
And
is fucked.
so he plays like literally. I swear to God, he's like. So I learned how to play 3 different songs, 3 different levels of difficulty of songs. You know, here's this one, and so he fucks up horribly. Whatever he's trying to play, he doesn't do it. The next one, he's like, this one's a little bit harder, messes up even harder. And the third one, he's like, all right, well, this one I don't even have down yet. So, and then he's like, it literally sounded like, it sounded more like the banjo from Deliverance than it sounded, like actual
Nice.
bass guitar playing. It was a bad one, dude. And he's like, yeah, even that last one I don't even have down yet, as you guys can tell. And like,
Which
the
one
room
do
was
you have
dead
down?
silent.
Which one did he have down?
None of them. He had
Yeah,
0 of
none.
them down. It was crazy. It was like, how can you walk up there, bro? Like,
It
please.
takes a lot longer to learn that shit than you think.
Okay,
Yeah.
but then don't act like he
Then
did.
don't do it.
Yeah, just don't do it, bro.
Mhm.
Don't act like you
Idiot.
have it down. Just be like,
You would have
yeah.
been better off doing like the finger magic trick where you're like, ooh.
Oh, but it was.
But I learned in like 4 minutes.
It was crazy how bad it was. Like I can't describe it. I wish I should ask if somebody recorded it. But I don't think anybody did. But it was insanely bad. Like to the point where I can't even describe it. It was literally just plucking one string going bing, bow, bing, bow, bow.
That's awesome.
It was a tough one, dude.
Did you give him a big old round of applause?
Yeah, everybody did.
Of course.
Everybody, you know, thunderous applause. And oh, I forgot the best part. So we have to also have like a slideshow done that is presented at the top of the classroom, like on the board.
Yeah.
His had just the titles. There were no words in the actual body of it. Because apparently
That's good.
what he forgot was he was working in dark mode last night. This was his excuse. And the text was in black and the background was also in black. But because he was working in dark
Why would
mode,
you-
it didn't show up like that. So the next morning, so he goes, "Oh, I don't know what happened." And she just marked. He never talked to the teacher about it. So she just marked it as if he didn't have the presentation.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So we were supposed to talk up there for I think 5 to 7 minutes, and if you don't talk that long, or if you're not up there for that long, then you just fail. And he was
Yeah.
not. There's no way he was up there for like 3 minutes tops.
Dude, why couldn't just pick something you know how to do that she doesn't know that you know how to do?
No, dude. He
Yeah.
needed to learn how to play bass guitar.
Why?
You don't understand.
Because it's so cool.
Dude,
dude.
I don't understand.
Yeah, 'cause-
Smoke on the water, like smoke on the water or bust.
Seriously, if he would have just played Smoke on the Water, it would have been significantly better.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
Well, dude, I'm sure whatever he was playing was easy too, but he just messed up hard.
She's like, all right, first song of the day, through the fire and flame.
This one's pretty easy.
It's starting pretty.
This is the beginner one.
He's like, This one's the easiest one. It's the first one. And
Right.
play some song. You don't
All
know
right,
what
here's my next one. It's just the entirety of Soundgarden's, albums.
But their entire discography.
Yeah, their entire
Yeah.
discography.
But
Like but he doesn't play the songs. Like he just plays a bunch of notes and he just says that's what the song.
this is all right. This is not a joke. This is actually dead serious. If he would have gotten up there, played "Mary Had a Little Lamb," and then walked off, that would have been better for him. I promise
Because
you.
it was a week of playing the thing. That's actually like relatively like okay, yeah.
No,
you
he
did
had.
it.
But think about it. He had like 4.5 months to learn.
You have.
Yeah.
You had 4 months.
Yeah, you
Dude,
get an
that's
entire like
all
semester.
acceptable.
4.5 months.
Jesus, that's what I get for not preparing.
Yeah, that's pretty good for not preparing. It's like, dude,
Like, what?
are you retarded? Are you kidding me? He looked her down, and she is the bitchiest bitch, dude. She will mark you down for any. If you breathe too heavily during your presentation, I promise you, she'll mark you down for it.
So just saying that was like death sentence.
Yeah, and then not having any words in his presentation besides the titles. You'd slide.
The
Oh
We
my
always make
God.
jokes about it. Like, she marked my paper as late because she wanted me to. I didn't have the sources cited properly. I didn't do it in alphabetical
Oh.
order. So so when I redid it and turned it in, she marked it
That's
as late.
so retarded.
She wouldn't she wouldn't grade it
No.
until I finished it or I fixed that problem, and then she marked it
That's
as
retarded.
late. And then my friend's like, "Oh man, just go talk to her. I mean, she's so approachable." So then we look at her. She always looks pissed off. I don't know.
oh.
Some people, bro.
Our teacher like that is Miss.
We have one called Miss at our school too.
Oh,
We have one
look, just
teacher,
because
her
she's
name-
that squinty, you don't need to call her that, you know?
I get it, you idiot.
I'm still doing it, motherfucker.
Is she Asian?
There's this one teacher we have. Her name is Miss. Call her Adolf.
No, yeah.
It's pretty great. So we have a similar story. It's when we had a
Oh,
talent show.
You've had
There's
many.
2 people actually at this talent show. So basically, okay. So there was one girl. She had a ukulele, and I feel bad if she like ever. Actually, no, I don't. I don't care. And,
Yeah, fuck her.
and basically, she took like 80 songs and then played them all. But,
Yeah,
like,
she tried to
not
do,
like,
like, a-
not like song stop. Like she took like if
sections of the song and then tried to
Yeah.
like mix them together.
Yeah, I like
And-
that. I'm down with that.
and she stayed like monochrome the whole
Oh.
time, but like singing in like but somehow singing in like the cursive singing voice.
Come on.
I remember my grandma, my fucking grandma.
She sat
bless
there
her
singing
heart.
like Tom
She-
DeLonge.
My grandma looked over at like my mom and just said, "Is this supposed to be like a joke or something?"
No.
Yeah, it was really.
And
bad,
I
dude.
remember it because Liam is like the nicest person in the world
Uh-huh.
because he actually went up to her like while we were in practice. He went up to her and he just went, "Please, don't do this. Don't do this at this talent show because you're gonna look horrible." And then I have beef with her fucking dad. I have beef with her dad because of that talent show.
Mm.
Because me and Liam, we did a whole music video. You can check that on
my
Liam's
SoundCloud.
channel.
Okay.
Yeah, on my SoundCloud. We did this whole music video and we showed it off at the presentation. And after the like showcase, her dad like went up to us and he was like, "Yeah, I saw some, you know, I do video editing as well, and I saw a little bit of errors in the music video."
Yeah,
so number one, we were
number
like, we were
What?
trying to make it cheesy. We
I
were
know.
trying to add the fucking errors.
Super
in.
cheesy and lame.
Yeah.
And the video that he recommended
Yeah,
to
then he
us
showed
to
us-
check
he
out was a video that's not edited at all.
Yeah.
And it's an entirely live action, like one take music video. And it has
What?
nothing to do with what we did.
Yeah, that's the thing. He said that, and then he was like, "Here, check out, you know, this video that I recommend you guys like watch." And he pulled out his like fucking cracked phone, and he showed us this video of like people dancing on a treadmill with zero editing. And I was like, "Oh, so is this like a video that you've edited before?" He's like, "Oh no, I just like the video." I was like, "Why are you showing me it? Why don't you talk to your fucking ukulele daughter and tell her how to fucking tune that?"
Did you
'Cause
say
we
that?
had, like, the
Please
best
tell me you didn't say
presentation.
that.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
no
thank
way.
God.
No, here's the thing. And then there was this other girl at the talent show.
Oh.
She was gonna sing some country song,
Uh-huh,
right?
uh-huh.
Which
God.
already dumb.
White girls
right?
in country music, bro. It goes together, you know, peanut butter and
Yeah,
chocolate.
she has braided hair and glasses. She looks like a horse. But
Oh, come on.
girls that have braided hair automatically look like a horse. That's a horse ass shit. But like, she was singing this one country song, and halfway through, she forgot the lyrics. And not only did she forget the lyrics, okay, so if I go, we can all hum, right? We can hit that note. We may not be good at singing, but we can hit that note. If I went, she'd go, like she's unbelievably tone deaf. Like I'm in chorus, and when we're singing something, you can kind of hear her, and she's just not singing the same thing that we are. It's just that simple. If we're singing Mary Had a Little Lamb, she's singing the national anthem. And,
Mary had...
she forgot the lyrics, and she was like standing up there, and she was like, I'm so sorry. And then they restarted the song for her.
No, why, bro?
Oh.
They restarted the song, and she screwed it up again, and then they stopped it, and she.
Hey, let's get something straight. Our talent show, we had a whole fucking audience of like random people in our town, like family members and like all this stuff. It wasn't for like it wasn't for like one teacher or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a real like
Actual
talent show. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, it was so atrocious. And I remember before, like when she did the practice thing, she thought she did great. And you know what? All of her asshole, like Bible thumping, like quote unquote, like great friends told her, "You did great up there. Like you were so good." When she sounded absolutely abominable. Right?
Yeah,
And I was the only nice person there, and I went up to her and I was like, "Listen, I don't mean to like sound like an asshole here, but I feel like you should like practice a little harder. You know, maybe wait till next talent show. You know, I was trying to like save her,
right. You wanna
And
help
then-
these people. Sometimes you gotta
and
be
then
the bad
all of
guy.
her friends were like, "You're being an asshole," and she's like, "I'm gonna do what I want to do," right? And then later, like one of her friends had recorded it and showed it to. Oh shit! I'm gonna bleep that. And then and then was like, "Oh fuck! I sound so bad." And
It's
but
like,
then
well-
she did it anyways. And then like afterwards, she was like, "Hey, I'm sorry for like acting
Aw.
like a jerk to you."
That's
And I'm
nice.
like, "Are you? Are you though?
Are you?
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry to
gave
me.
you-
Be sorry
yeah.
to yourself, idiot."
Well,
You let it happen
well,
to
she's
you.
trying to apologize because from her perspective, she's been told the entire time by all these morons that she's really good at singing, and then you're the dude who like, I mean, do people know that you like have a band and stuff at your school?
A
A
little.
little, yeah.
So they know you as kind of like the musical dude, and you just sound like this elitist asshole who's being like, your singing's not as good as mine, you know, from her perspective, right?
Yeah.
And then she goes back and listens to it and just realizes, oh, he was just trying to save me. This guy's just trying to.
Oh, he was right. Oh, yeah.
Turns out actually he was completely right, and I sound like Garbo.
Yeah, and she never like did anything to make it sound better. She didn't like. It's so incredible, and she didn't like warm up her voice or anything. And she was just so mad at me, and all of her friends were so mad at me. And then all of her friends were telling me, "You need to apologize to her." And guess what? I never did.
But she
Never.
apologized to you. That's how bad of a fuck up that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
about that.
exactly. All of her friends are. Dude, you don't understand how mean you have to be to somebody to just like tell them that they're good at something when they're literally so ass.
I feel
Yeah,
like
because it's just lying. It's just lying.
I feel like I lie by omission. I feel like in that sort of situation, they're like, man, like other people around him would be like, man, that's really good. I'd be like, yeah, it was you did that was
alright.
something. That was alright.
Yeah.
It was a
was
good
passable.
effort. It was a good effort. No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say that's a good effort. Yo, you don't want to be mean, dude. But Liam,
No,
that takes some real balls with what you do. Where
Yeah.
you, I mean, you have to man up and be the bad guy sometimes. Just be like, hey, I
Well, I
know
don't
you're.
want to be a
No, you
dick.
don't want to, but you kind of have to if you want to help these people.
I just felt really
And
bad
you
for it. I
didn't,
wanna go
yeah,
up
let's
there.
get something straight. You didn't tell him, like, you should never sing ever again.
Don't ever do this again. I'll find you. You didn't say that.
No. You were, like, honest with
Do you
them.
know
were,
who I
like,
am?
Do you know what I do?
Cause think about it. Think about this, Liam. Like, imagine if you, like, the first, like, 5 months you were doing guitar, right? Would you want to, like, go up and,
No,
you know,
and I
embarrass
knew I
yourself?
didn't want to do
No.
that. I was like, I'm an ass. I knew I was
Yeah,
an ass.
but you gotta save them.
Because like some people they don't have that like inner voice telling
Bro.
them like, hey,
Yeah.
you gotta chill out.
Dude, her friends amp her up for everything. And like
Yeah.
it's so crazy. She does the dumbest garbage, and all of her friends are like, this is amazing.
Like you, come on, just be
I
real.
feel like
That's-
half of her like stupid things are because her friends amped her up.
That's
for
my biggest fear, because she doesn't know that the things that she does are retarded because of her friends. My biggest fear, like I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm popular, but I mean, I'm generally, I feel like I was generally liked throughout my high school career.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
people always wanted to kind of
Yeah,
talk
I
to me
get you.
and hang out with me. But like, I'm worried that was all just fake. The entire time, people are like,
where it just
this
Oh, you're just
retard.
actually retarded.
Yeah, like it turns out this entire time, like I smelled bad or something, and I never knew. You know, that worries me.
Oh yeah. It's like, oh damn, everything I knew is just a lie.
Yeah, everything was a lie. My
Dude,
4
I've
years.
always had like that weird fear. Like, what if I'm retarded? Like,
Yeah,
would I know?
I've
you mentioned
thought about
Would
that
I know
too.
if I'm retarded?
It's
Like, how would I know if I'm retarded?
we in the first episode, if y'all remember this, we tried to talk about some paranormal stories and we couldn't think of any. This one is a
Right.
UFO story, so I don't know if you count that, right? And I don't even like. There's doubt around it still that it even was. From my perspective,
Yeah.
it was an unidentified flying object, but I don't know what it was. So, my mom was the school secretary at the school that I went to for since preschool through 8th grade, right? This small
Yeah.
little Christian boy, good boy school. And so we'd be there pretty late. I think I just fucked up my microphone. We'd be there pretty late, right? So school would get out around 3:15. We'd be there until like 4:30. You know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So the parking lot's empty. We're like, all right, time to go home. So I remember one day I was in 7th grade probably. So I'm not like a small child. Like
No.
I know what I'm looking at. I remember it was a beautiful day out, not a cloud in the sky. I walked out to the car. My mom was still inside finishing something up. She was like, all right, I'll be out in like 5 minutes, just go wait in the car, whatever. So I walk out there, and I've been sitting there for a while. I look out the window of the passenger side of the car, and I see a bunch of things in the sky, airplanes, helicopter.
Yeah.
I see a helicopter, I think. I live near an airport, a couple of airports. So there's a bunch of airplanes in the sky. But then there's
Yeah.
also one object that's flying what seems like at the same elevation as those airplanes, but it's not leaving a contrail. And it's flying in like this really perfect way. I don't know how to describe it, but I do know what it looked like. It looked like you guys remember Victorious?
Yeah, the show.
Remember that one dude that lived in the like trailer?
Wait, I think I know.
It looked like that trailer.
That is.
It looked
that is a
exactly
hilar-
it looked exactly like that trailer. It was flying.
That is a hilarious way to like.
It looked
just,
exactly
do
like
you guys
it.
remember? Yeah, the Victorious trailer.
The
Do you
Victorious
guys remember
trailer.
that? Like,
Dude, it's the guy from Victorious. He's an alien.
Beck is his name from Victorious.
Yeah, the quote unquote hot guy.
Yeah. Beck. Trailer.
Wasn't he with like the emo girl or whatever?
Yeah. It looked very similar to. Oh, I can't drop it in. I'm gonna put it.
hey, he needed to do something after that show ended.
No, but you should have got his autograph.
He didn't land.
Yeah.
It looked like that, bro. But more shiny.
Oh.
It looked more shiny than that.
It was Beck, dude. For sure.
It was Beck
think-
flying around.
How do you think that got that vehicle on set, idiot?
That's right. Ain't no hitch on that, boy.
Yeah,
They
quiet.
flew it.
Flew
Yeah.
it, dumbass.
All right. Who else?
Wait, what?
Liam, you said you
That
had.
kind of looks like a whale from SpongeBob a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you see, bro. You said that you had like a UFO or supernatural story, Liam.
I do have a supernatural story. So I'm coming back from like the river, right? And I'm from the riverside, and I'm coming back. I have my guitar, right? I was playing some guitar by the river. It was a good time playing Deliverance, And I'm walking back this trail to my house, and at the end of the trail, there's like a little Y. To the right, I have to go to my house, and then to the left, it goes to like a part of the river that's closer to my house, right?
Mhm.
And so from the right to the left, a guy in full-on white garb, like a robe, and like black long hair, walks across, and I'm holding my guitar. I'm just walking, right? And in my head, I'm like, what the goddamn fuck is that guy doing here? So I'm like jogging, and so like this trail, that he went down isn't very long. Well, it's very long, but it's like I can see very far down it. Like no, by the time I got there, there's no way I wouldn't see him, even if he was sprinting.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so I jog down there, and I look down the path, and there's no one. Like, and you'd think I'd see a guy in all white unless he put on his ghillie suit and
Yeah.
got in the woods.
All gillied
Like,
up.
like I'm looking everywhere. I'm like peeking around, like in case he's hiding behind a tree. I don't see anybody. And I look to the right. There's no one down that path. He went from the right path to the left path, and there's no one there, dude.
All white robes, you said?
All white, dude. All white garb.
So when you say garb,
He was like, if I had to give like a distance away from me, I'd say he was like 20 to 30 feet down the path from me, and he walked like through the Y.
so this is a
And I
guy
jogged over there.
who did not want to be seen.
Yeah.
Wearing all white garb. He didn't want to be seen, so presumably what
It's
But that
happened...
don't make no
Osama bin
sense
Laden.
because if he was walking, on the path that he came from, that path is in like eye shot of my house. You can see it easily.
Okay.
So that doesn't
Well,
make any sense.
I mean, could he have hidden, in the in some trees?
Well, he didn't even. If he saw me, I didn't see that he saw me, obviously. And he was walking very leisurely. He didn't look like a guy that was trying to conceal his presence.
We probably didn't expect anybody there. What the hell? Okay, this
It don't make no sense.
It doesn't make
Yeah.
any
and
sense.
and like the amount of woods that he could hide in was like a sliver of woods from where I am to like the river. Like I would have seen him in there, especially
Yeah.
if he was wearing white.
What? Can you describe what he was
Miitrin,
wearing?
do you know where I'm talking about? The little Y.
Miitrin?
Miitrin?
Yeah. Wait. I'm here. Yeah.
What?
Do you know the place that I'm talking about? That little Y.
I didn't know you were talking to me. Yeah. I know the why. Yeah. Yeah. How
What
would
were you
he?
gonna say?
How would he?
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Nubs?
So can you describe in further detail the white stuff that he was wearing?
Well, it was just like a white robe that went down to his ankles,
Okay.
just about.
So
and he was just like strutting, dude.
it's like you know what an acolyte robe is?
No,
Let me find one real
I'm
quick.
gonna slowly zoom into one on the fucking screen.
Yeah. I was so intent on listening to that. I was like, oh my god, dude with a fucking
Yeah, you're
white
so
robe
into it.
just disappearing. And then
Hearing
you were
that?
like,
And like,
Is that Gustavo Fring on the right, dude? Hold up.
yeah, it was like that, dude. Actually, exactly like that. He was
Yeah.
just strutting in that. And here's the thing about it, like, I'm already like super skeptical about supernatural
Yeah, I
stuff.
agree.
Like, I don't
I agree.
believe in it. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I don't believe in occult stuff. I don't believe in like religions. And it's
okay,
like,
well, I believe in occult
so already I'm like, I still don't believe it was anything supernatural. But like I don't have any explanation for it, right?
Let me just say
But
this right now.
But I also don't have any proof.
Let me just say this right now. Cults are fucking real.
Well, yeah, no,
They've
he's saying
been in
this-
our town.
He's saying
I know
the
that there's cults
stuff
in our town.
that they
But
believe
like,
in.
yeah, they believe in. Like that's not real.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I'm saying.
Yeah. But yeah, if you've
this
seen
guy-
people walking around in robes, that would not surprise me. That's just
But this guy,
what white
this
people
guy's
do.
basically like a ninja. Like he,
That's your ninja.
and he had long black hair, and he,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, all my stories are just like fucking. I could like make them out to be supernatural, but let's all be real. It's just white people.
That's facts. White people be crazy.
White
yeah,
people be
white people are
wacky.
weird, bro.
White people be waggy.
Yes.
You want to talk about how Amish people ruin every house they touch?
What?
Yeah, for real.
What?
Do you know what I mean,
Yeah,
Miitrin?
I know what you mean.
So, I don't want to like allude to too much, but I've been around my fair share of Amish people in Amish neighborhoods, right? And like when they buy a house and live in it for a while, it just becomes an absolute mess. Like it's,
Yeah, 'cause
it's
they-
almost like they make meth there. It's,
Wait,
it's so,
and what like cushions thrown all over the house or something or what?
No, it's just so dirty, and they don't use electricity.
Yeah.
And like you can see like lanterns through the windows, and like there's trash all over the yard. The yard's always muddy for some reason. Like
Yeah.
everything's worn down and gross. Windows are busted. Like it makes no sense. Everything they touch just turns to shit.
Do you know how easy it would be to assassinate an Amish person? It would be
real.
incredible, dude. Because they never, they don't contact each other with phones or anything. It'd be so
Yeah.
like nobody would know that they're missing for. Well, they would know that they're missing,
while, dude.
but they like what would they do about it? So first off, here's the first thing. Let's say old Jebediah goes missing, right? Jebediah's missing, and his wife.
Jebediah Kerman.
His wife who doesn't shave. She can't call the cops. She has to go ride a horse-drawn buggy to the police station or ask somebody else to call the cops, I guess. But even then, I don't know, dude. And
Yeah.
it's like it'd be a long time, bro. You'd have some.
Who wants to sign off? Who wants to do it this time?
I don't know. Do you trust me?
Yes.
You trust
We
me?
want
with
you
this
to do
bomb?
it.
Fine, me trust.
Do it.
All right. I'll do it. All right. Here's the sign off. Hey guys, it's me, Miitrin. I'm signing off for the podcast this time.
No.
There you go, motherfucker. You wanted it.
All right. You know what? I'm just it's over.
Podcast sucks.
Guys, I think
Cut it out.
maybe this is a bad
Cut it.
podcast.
Cut it. Cut it.
Cut it.
I think this podcast is bad.
Guys, I think maybe this isn't very good.